All right, here we go on to the last example. Here we're comparing stem and leaf plots. This is actually a double stem and leaf plot. So you've got the stem in the middle and the leaves actually go in both different directions, usually for different categories. And they're great ways to be able to compare some things. And that's what we're going to do here. The first thing asks us to go ahead and make it. Well, I did that. I took our categories and I put one on each side. I have football over here and I have basketball over here. And the stem is going to be their height or the number of inches. In this case, 179 all the way up to 211, looks like. So, by the way, I'm getting all this information from this table right down there. Let me not cross it out, but I meant to highlight it. I'm getting it from this table here. So any information you see in stem and leaf plots was translated from this table into that stem and leaf plot. So instead of looking all over this table, I can use my stem and leaf plot to be able to answer something like B. Use the stem and leaf plot to compare the mean and median height of the two groups of players and explain your reasoning. So here we have the mean or median. Actually, they're both going to be true. Of the basketball players are further down. All that really means is if you look on the left-hand side, that 17 has a 9, but there's nothing on the right. The 18 has a 6, 7, 8. The 18 on the right has nothing. And then the 19 is where they both start having a lot of numbers. So on the left-hand side for the football players, there's actually more numbers that start earlier. So all this statement is saying is the basketball players start further down. So that indicates, that's supposed to be indicates, not indicated, indicates a larger mean and median. Because the numbers will be further down to begin with, and they're grouped further down, that means our mean and median are going to end up being larger themselves or further down. So how does the range of the heights of the football players compare to the range of the heights of the basketball players? Explain. Well, football has more I forgot what word I used there. But in reality, basically, football has, that's it, has more range. And that's indicating that they have a wider range. So that first word was not range. I have to think here. Football has more... I know what I want to say. I'm seeing it. I'm just not thinking of the word that I use because fitting it in the sentence doesn't make sense. I'd have to say more. So football has really shorter is the word that comes to mind. If I'm trying to come up with just one word, has more small, has more, I see, that's why my mind's drawing a blank, because football has shorter heights, indicating they have a wider range of, oh, that's it. That's what I was trying to go for. They have more stems. I knew it would come back to me. If you look at it, they don't have more stems. They have more leaves. Sorry. No, stems was right. No, I don't want to erase. I want to stop messing up. Here we go. They have more stems. And all I meant by that, and by having more stems, is football has a stem here at 17 that basketball doesn't have. They have 18 that basketball doesn't have. They have at 19, basketball does as well, so I'm just going to draw that overlap. And football has a fourth stem over here. So they have 4 stems. And basketball had this 20 and basketball had 21. So that means basketball only had 3 stems. There we go. So because football has more stems, it indicates it has a wider range because it would have to touch into more categories to have more stems.